Hi guys, welcome to the Ducky Quack channel. We are, well, we're playing Friday the 13th, and we know what I was like last night, so it could be interesting. And I'm telling ghost stories, and for some reason this is really loud. Hold on. Audio. Let's just turn it down a little bit. Who's that? Who's this? Yeah. That's just, I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, it was just a little bit too loud. I was being drowned out. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to be telling some ghost stories. Some of them are things that have happened personally to me, and some of them are stories I've been told by people that I've been close to over the years, and also some recently have told me as well. So let's get started. Let's get into a game first. Hopefully it lets us. Hi Evie. Otto, you're right. Ghost, hi. What? Why is that like gone all weird? Hold on a minute. Can you all hear me? Can't hear you as I'm... Oh, right, okay. Okay. Hi, Rusty Faith. Thank you so much for subscribing. Woo! Uh-oh. Right, so here we go. Hi, Ross. How you doing? Good. I'm glad you can hear me. Beautiful. I used to like be obsessed with like the fire Eevee from Pokemon. Right. Well, I'm ready. Yeah. Yeah. Your brother keeps coming into my streams. Right. So I am about to tell ghost stories. So, would you like to hear the first one, guys? Let me know. Or would you like me to do it while I'm streaming the actual game? I know, it's been a long time. How are you, Russ? Otto, would you like to join? It's up to you if you want to join. What do you mean, friends? Right. I'm good, thank you. Right. So, I'm going to start off with a quiz. Obviously, it looks like we're going to have to wait for people to join. So, I I'm gonna read. So I've got loads of pieces of paper with, because I had to like rush write them down. I'm gonna start with one of my own. Let me find it first. What is this piece of paper? I think that has nothing to do with Adam. Right. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is when I was a kid, we used to live in like a masonette, and hi Killer Clown. And basically, thank you Dex for the like. Basically this masonette was on the bottom floor, and I used to have a cat, and this cat, she was very intuitive, and she was like amazing, but now and again she'd just do this really weird thing where she would sit and she'd stare at this one corner of the room, and she would sit up and she'd get up on her back legs, and it was quite creepy. Okay, Dex. Happy Halloween. And didn't think anything of it. Anyway, something that like regularly occurred when I was younger. I used to have bunk beds, and there used to be a double bed at the bottom and a single bed at the top. Now I used to sleep at the top all the time, and in the middle of the night I used to get woken up by the feeling that something would come and lie down next to me. Right now, considering the sheer fact that I was like up, you know, about what, 6 foot, if not higher. I think it was higher than 6 foot actually, and for it to lie, whatever it was, to lie next to me, it was very scary. So I used to just like pull the covers over my head and just pretend it didn't happen. But then I used to have like the covers pulled off me. Thank you, Ross. I used to have the covers pulled off me irregularly, so they'd like be pulled really slowly and slid off my legs. Did freak me out as a child, and that was all the way through like what age? Probably about age 10 till I was about 15. It was quite creepy. Oh, scary face. So that was like my, and at that house as well. Let's just, how do we get this? Oh, it's in. Lock the fucking door. Thank you. Is there a way out of here? No. Right. What have we got? Let's find some weapons. I'll tell the tell the next story. Oh, get in the fucking cupboard. Is that a cupboard? Right. Right. Thank you, William. Hi. How you doing, lovely? Yeah, someone getting in the window. Yeah, one night I was go away. One night I was cleaning my desk, and it was like my window was right next to the desk. Anyway, I hadn't closed the curtains yet, and I just happened to look up, and there was a figure standing bang smack at the window. So there can't have been like, what, if probably about 2 foot away. Scared the absolute crap out of me. Obviously I ran out of the room, went and got my mum. When we came back there was absolutely no one there, but still that kind of stuck with me for like a long time. So God knows what that was, but it was like really white. Like it wasn't like a face, it was like it was almost like a mask, but it wasn't like near like Halloween or anything. So God knows why someone would have a mask standing outside my window, but you know. Right, let's go in. Why did I just do that? Alright. Ooh, hi Tavern, how you doing? You having a nice Halloween? Right. The next one, I'm gonna tell. You know what? The problem is, it's me reading my own writing. You had a few drinks. Lovely. Best way to be. Right, the next ghost story I'm going to tell you is this was told to me by a friend years and years ago, and it was about when it was a little boy, and basically he had like a imaginary friend, and for like about 6 or 7 months he'd been talking to this imaginary friend, and his mum thought it was just normal, and it was about at the time he was around like 6-7 years old. Anyway, the mum used to listen to the conversations and stuff. I think, oh, it's really strange. It's like he's having a proper conversation with an adult. Anyway, one day the mum gets out all her photos, like the family album photos, and is going through them. And basically he pointed to this picture and said, what was the name? It said that's Fred. And she was like, Fred who? And he was like, Fred, you know who I talked to, Fred? My friend. And she was like, oh, yeah, your friend. And she was like, oh. And it was like a really, really old black and white photo. Anyway, she pulls out the little, I can't think what they're called, the little foamy thing, and turns it over, and it's got the name Frederick on the back of it, which kind of freaked the mum out a bit, apparently. I think I would be freaked out as well. Oh my god. How many's left? We're all alive, except for one. Hey Greenie, you alright? Alright. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Would you like to hear a ghost story, Greenie? This is not good. Oh my god. What was that? Does that mean it's teleported away? Oh my god. Oh, he killed someone. He killed Flappy. Poor Flappy. I knew him so well. Not. Welcome to Holly in a Cupboard, where we watch Holly in a Cupboard. Let's make this interesting. Don't want to make it interesting, but let's make it interesting. Oh. Thought that was him standing outside the door then. That window. Breathe, lady, breathe. Breathe, calm down. Right, I'm gonna tell the next story from the cupboard. So this comes from a lady that I work closely with, right? And she's the kind of lady that that I would say is not, you know, not easily scared. Now, this is like, she told me about this, and it is give you the backdrop. In 1968, her and her husband got married, and they went on their honeymoon the day after, and they went to this little bay where they rented a cottage, and this little cottage was quite outdated and obviously old and rustic. Anyway, on the moment of like her stepping foot in the cottage, she felt a bit uneasy and a bit like, almost like someone was watching her, but she kind of like ignored it and kind of kept on with her honeymoon. And you know, they went out and did stuff and really enjoyed themselves outside the cottage. But obviously, like, when they were inside, she felt really, really uneasy. And well, I get the feeling I'm gonna get attacked in a minute. And oh, someone else get attacked. Oh, right. Anyway, so they stayed there and they had their honeymoon, and they went back home. And when they got home, she told her husband how uneasy she felt and how uncomfortable the cottage had made her. And he went, "Well, I didn't want to tell you when we were there, but one of the mornings when I went down to sort out breakfast, I was cooking something, and I thought you came up behind me, and I turned around, and there was a shadow, and this shadow just shifted away." And obviously her husband thought, I can't tell her, because if I tell her, she will be out of there. And she was like, yes. He would. She was like, I would have been straight out of there. I think everyone would have been out of there if they'd seen that, to be fair. Especially if it makes you uneasy. Hi, Jan. How you doing? So I'd like to thank Julie for that story. Well, experience, should I say. Alright, how are we doing? I'm good, thank you. I'm in a cupboard. Uh-oh. Oh my god! Run! No! Get out the fucking door! No! Fuck you! Go, lady, go! Fucking run! Oh no, what's behind me? Shit! Oh no. Ah. Can you see me standing here? Ah! What am I doing? No! No! I died. Hi, Grant. Oh dear. Right, who's left? Right. What is she doing?
I think I put that on right.
I don't know, but like, you're the only one left, love. Right, so while we wait for her to either die or survive, I would run, dude, or woman, or whoever you are. Run! Run! That music indicates that he is near you. I'm not even playing and I'm freaking out. Hi Macy! Oh, I'm losing my voice. How you doing? Thank you for dropping me a like. Right, so this story is from another friend who basically told me that moments before her grandma passed away, she started talking to Roger, her husband, as if he was in the room, and was saying, "You are always telling me everything's gonna be okay." Earlier, Roger hadn't been alive for, how long was it? 23 years? And she passed away
That's my good
a few minutes later,
He has a reward for you.
which in a way is
Come
quite
home.
sad, but then also it kind of like says, well, you know, you never know what happens when we're crossing over. But yeah, thought that was quite interesting actually. It's kind of a nice one. Ooh. Right, I need to drink because my throat. That's a good question. Where's my drink? Love to know how I managed to lose everything. Oh. Oh. No. Yeah. No. There we go. Right, as I can't find my drink, I've had like a lot of like mentions from people of people feel it being touched, and you know, like almost like someone's put their hand on you, and you know how your body gets like the shivers. There's a lot of people who have experienced that, or as if like someone's entered the room when you're on your own. I had that happen a lot at the first house I used to live in, which was kind of creepy, really. Apparently the first house I lived in, old lady passed away in it, which doesn't make me feel any better about all the things that I think about that happened in that house. But yeah. So how's everyone doing in chat? Are you all alright? Right, so I've done those ones. Not done that one. Are we going to start? Okay. So, let's see. Do another one of mine. So, right. So, the first house, obviously, I lived in for a while. I'm good, thanks, Grant. Gay face. I can't help it. So the first house that I lived in till 2000 and...
Is that real?
I think we left at 2003. And then we moved into another place. Now, this house seemed like really good and everything and great, and the only thing I didn't like was the staircase. Now, when I used to walk up the staircase, I felt like I had to run, and I used to get like really freaked out. And we got any weapons or anything? Oh, there you go. I'll have that. Now I need to find me a cupboard. That's why it's locked. Oh shit! Get in the cupboard. Right. Oh my god. Someone's already been killed? Hi boss, how you doing? Just so you know, I'm telling ghost stories while playing this, which is not easy. Yeah, so I used to feel like I was being watched, and I felt really uncomfortable when I used to walk up the staircase, and I didn't know what it was, and it used to really freak me out. I used to hate it when I was on my own. I used to hate like knowing that I had to go upstairs to go to bed, and it was just because of this staircase. I'm good, thank you. Anyway, years ago before my daughter was born, I was just lying in bed, and I'm not the best of sleepers, and I was just lying there and I was looking at the roof because I had like blinds, so it let a lot of like light through. Anyway, I just like happened to look at the end of my bed, and there was this old woman standing at the end of my bed. I have never, and I mean never, jumped so fast for the light switch. and it freaked me out to the point where I had to go downstairs and turn the light on and sleep with the lights on downstairs. It freaked me out that much. It wasn't like she was being like intrusive, and it was just she was staring at me, and it was quite scary. She was like very white. She almost looked like she kind of had, like, for me it looked like Victorian kind of clothing. So I don't know. It was quite creepy and scary. Anyway, I spoke to someone about it, and they told me about this way that you kind of like cleanse the room and ask them nicely to leave. And I had no problem after that. No problem with the staircase. No problem with the. It was just really weird. But yeah, there's a few ghost stories around Lincolnshire. One is about the RAF base from World War II. One such example is East Kirby, when at night the control it would be in its prime, but accounts go on and on for 60 years since it closed. Cool. That sounds quite interesting. Thank you, Laura. How you doing, lovely? So to be fair, I think that is the only thing that actually happened in that house. Uh-oh. That's someone else dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of us are alive. Then we'll just carry on. Then I moved in with my daughter's dad, and moved into like a ground floor flat. And we had loads of problems with the flat. Like, there was damp, really loud, horrible neighbours. And anyway, the first thing I kind of noticed was Poppy used to behave. My daughter used to behave really weirdly when she was a baby in this one room. She used to kind of like... Hello? She used to like... I think she just threw herself for a window. Anyway, okay, hun, that's fine. God, this woman's seriously throwing herself out windows. Where'd I get to? Yeah, so she used to behave really weirdly in this room, and I didn't think anything of it because she was still sleeping in her Moses basket in our room. And basically, when it was time for her to move into her cot, because she was a really good sleeper as well, she didn't want to go in it. And I mean, like, to the point where she'd be absolutely out of it, right? I'd put her down. Within 2 seconds of leaving the room, she would scream, and it wasn't her normal, like, I'm awake scream. It was like she was being attacked kind of scream, and that was quite scary. It's quite scary to hear as a parent. Anyway, in the end we decided to switch the bedrooms around. And we put her in our room and we moved the bed into ours. Anyway, we still had problems with her, and she ended up sleeping in the same bed as us. And one night, this is not good. Oh my god. Anyway, one night, oh shit. Well, anyway, one night she was sleeping between me and my partner at the time, and she had her arms above her head, and I had my back to her. Anyway, suddenly I just feel her moving, and I'm thinking, what's that? And she just starts sliding more and more faster down the centre of the bed, and I was just like, okay, I need to grab her. And I grabbed, rolled over, put my arms underneath her arms and pulled her up the bed and held on to her all night. I was so scared. I was not going to look at the end of the bed because I was like, if there's something there, I don't want to know. So yeah, that was, and yeah, I moved just back into the other room. And I'll continue that in a minute, because there's a lot going on in this room.
Please, no!
Stealth duck. Huh? There's a couple of us alive. Yeah. They do say animals and babies are quite, I think young children as well. But I think if you're quite open to it as well, they kind of like are quite drawn to you. They tend to say to ignore them, because the more, like, it's kind of like a child, the more attention you give them, the more they play up, so to speak. So I just, if I see something, I just ignore. But yeah, another incident in that house was sounds like someone's injured. In the room that then we moved into, I kept waking up and I kept seeing what was like, it almost looked like, people like describe them as orbs, but the way I kind of saw it was like jellyfish, but they were kind of made up of light. And what they, when I would wake up and I would realise they were there, I would like notice them. They would shoot up into the ceiling. Now I saw this like probably about 5 or 6 times.
No!
Um. Oh my god. Run, Forrest, run! I'll continue the story in a minute. Fuck off! I just want to live! Ah! I think I died, guys.
Mommy is proud. But it's time to
Paranormal things, but can't be 100% yeah till you've an encounter, but then everyone else thinks you're crazy. Yeah, exactly. I don't mind talking about it because I know what I've been through. Like I said, I've seen these things. What did I say? Like 5 or 6 times, and then I've always like ignored it. Obviously, it's a little bit scary when you do see it. But this was kind of clarified by the sheer fact that one night, my partner at the time pretty much like started shouting in the middle of the night and like woke us all up. And I had to tell him to calm down, and I had to take my daughter out of the room and calm my daughter down because obviously he disturbed my daughter as well. And I calmed her down, got back into bed. He was like, I'll tell you in the morning, and I was like, okay. I don't really think anything of it. Anyway, the next day he turns around to me and he says, and given the fact that I'd never said previously to him anything about anything that I'd ever seen, and he was like, well, you know, last night when I started shouting, I was like, yeah, well, yeah, what's up? And he was like, I don't know, you might not believe me. And I was like, go on, try me. And he was like, there were like blue orbs floating across the top of the bedroom, and they were going down towards our daughter. And I was like, ah. And I just went, okay. And I was just like, maybe you're just like dreaming. Because I didn't want to like freak him out by going, well, you know, I've seen him like, you know, for quite a long time. Yeah. So it kind of confirmed that I wasn't just seeing things, and it wasn't that I was half asleep. That was quite an eye-opener. I did like try and get a camera to see if I could record stuff, but ironically the new camera that we bought, it didn't work. It wouldn't hold charge. It was really weird. So there was that. Also in that house, something that both me and my ex saw was standing in the kitchen. My ex turned around to me one night and he was like, I've just seen the weirdest thing. I've just seen something. Scary face. I've just seen lightning shoot down
What in the fuck is happening?
the drain pipe, and I was like, it's like you're just seeing things. Anyway, I don't know what that is. I don't think it's going to save me somehow, whatever it is. So yeah, I didn't believe him, and then oh god. In the cupboard. Right, so the day after, the night after, I was standing there washing up. It was quite late, it was quite dark. Anyway, I was just looking out to the car park, and because our flat overlooked the car park, and the flats on the side as well, and I see like lightning. It was weird. It was like orange lightning go down the drain pipe, exactly like how he explained it, and get under the bed, love. If you want to live, get under the bed. So lightning, exactly as he described it. And but only I saw like the silhouette. Run! Run, lady, run! Silhouette of this, like, man with a hat on at the bottom of this drain pipe was really creepy. And I couldn't really explain it, and because I had because the kitchen in that house was really small, so I had the hall light on behind me. So because that light was on, I didn't really need much light on in the kitchen, so it was kind of like darkish. And yeah, it was just really weird. I had the light on every time I went in the kitchen from then on. I don't know what that was, but yeah. So there were those. What? I've got one that I recently read about from America. Apparently somewhere in America. Hi, Zach. Alright, thank you. Apparently in America there's this story that... That's nice, Zach. A lot of people say that they can see them. I never experienced things. That it's like the same story that a lot of people have seen, and they pick up this young, like probably like a teenager in a white dress, and she gets them to drop on outside this outside outside the this cemetery, and they kind of like are watching her, and she just completely disappears. And they've tried to like research it, and supposedly there was a young woman that got into an argument with her boyfriend at a dance, and she went storming off, and she got hit by a car, and she pretty much like died there and then. But the driver just drove off. They've tried to like link whose grave it is that, you know, that she goes towards, but they haven't worked it out. But yeah, that's quite creepy. Could you imagine picking up a hitchhiking ghost? It's quite creepy. Where's my other piece of paper gone? I told that one was this one. I told that one. Yeah, so had a lot of experiences with like I said, people touching people on the shoulder, and you feel like someone's walked into the room but there's no one there. That's horrible. Also, like, one of the most recent, I've had like two quite recent ones, which was I was lying on the sofa watching a film, and I happened to look over the other side of the room, and I can't really explain what it looked like. It was almost like a shadow, but kind of like more prominent, and it kind of like, not like rolled, but kind of like faded, like rolling out. It was really weird. But that wasn't like standing up or anything. That was like in the top corner of the room, which was quite creepy. And the other one was, I was sitting playing on the PlayStation, and it was when my living room was the other way around. Particularly the reason that I like the fact that I've turned my living room around so I can't see into the kitchen is that I was just happened to like be sitting there playing, because I have the light off quite a lot, because it's easier to see. I've got the kitchen light on at the moment because I want to not creep myself out too much. Anyway, I look over and I see basically a figure kind of like with one knee on top of the, you know what they called, like the cabinets, leaning up to try and get something off the top of a cupboard with their leg dangling down. That was a very tall person, whoever it was, but yeah, it wasn't. It was quite creepy. There's this old church that's haunted. It's in Lakeland, Georgia, and they say it has 1K or something like that. And man also hung himself in there. God, that's scary. Yeah, I've heard loads of stories over the years. I've heard stories of people that, you know, adults who can see them, and they've had contact and they talk with them, and you know, they just have general conversations. They've got so used to them being around. Like, people that have told me that they've been throwing stuff around. Happy Halloween, Sean, how you doing? But yeah, here's a scary story. It's not necessarily, well, this freaked me out. It really, yeah, really freaked me out. Was we had been living in the house that we're in at the moment for about a year, and my daughter she still has trouble like sleeping on her own in our house, and we were lying on the bed asleep. Well, I was asleep. Anyway, she screams, and I mean screams, like wakes me up in such a panic. I was like, what? Oh my god. Say it together now with me, my character. Yeah. Yeah, so she's screaming and like proper like pushes herself back away from the door while screaming. I've never seen her ever react that way. And I was like, what's wrong? And she was like, I can't remember what that she said. She said something along the lines of there was a black monster standing at the end of the bed, and it had no eyes, and it had a big mouth, and it was holding its hand out to me, and it was trying to eat me. And I was like, okay, can you just describe it? And she was like, it was really tall and it was black like a shadow. Now I'm usually alright, but it proper freaked me out to the point where we both ended up sleeping downstairs with the lights on. And it got to it really like freaked her out, and she's still not the same now, and that happened like what, nearly 3 years ago. And we had to kind of like acclimatise her to it. I used to like just like called him Fred and said that I was just like trying to play a game and everything. And yeah. Yeah, quite a lot of people have had that. I remember going to school with someone who said that he's a firework. Sorry, I got slightly distracted. Who said that they saw a skeleton at the bottom of their bed. Now, a skeleton's quite unusual because usually you see people, but they said a skeleton was quite unusual. Yeah. I used to live in a really big farmhouse surrounded, and my little sister used to always say, "Who are the people in the trees?" And we moved. I would move as well. That's quite scary. Thank you so much, Wrecking Ball. Here's a funny story they're gonna laugh at. It's not anything relatively to do with ghosts, right? Because I used to like talk to a lot of people on webcam and stuff, and I was like fast asleep. Anyway, I wake up to my mum, come into my bedroom, and she's like, Holly, wake up, Holly. And I was like, what? And she's like, why are you on TV? And I was like, what are you going on about? She's like, why are you on TV? And I was like, I'm not on TV, what are you talking about? Anyway, she drags me into her bedroom and shows me the TV, right? Her big brother's on the TV, and she's like, is that your camera? And I was like, Mum, no, look, it's not even my bedding. And she's like, what? And I was like, look, that's Big Brother you're watching. And I was like, does my bedding even look like that? And she's like, no. It's like, yeah, exactly. But yeah, that kind of made me jump because I was like, what? I'm on TV? I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, we moved out, and then we found out that people were hung from the trees. Oh my god, Sean. That is fucking creepy. I also had an incident where I came home from a night out once, extremely drunk, and I'd left at like 12 o'clock because I'd like drank too much. It was because of these shots that we mixed together, and for some stupid reason I thought it was a good idea to knock them back. Anyway, I got put in a taxi and I got home. Anyway, in the morning I wake up and my mum was like, why are you back at what? You were out late. And I was like, well, no, I wasn't. I left at like 12. And she was like, yeah, but you got back at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, but I left at 12, Mum. How did I get back at 3 o'clock in the morning unless the taxi driver like drove me around for hours? And she was like, I don't know. Anyway, so there's just me like completely freaking out, thinking, oh my god, what happened? And everything. Just find out a couple of days later that our alarm clock's a couple of hours behind, in front, should I say, not behind. So yeah, parents are really good at freak you out for no fucking reason. My great granddads lived on a farm. They were true Christians according to my dad, so they wouldn't lie, and they used to say they saw... Oh shit. Someone told him. Damn it.
Mommy is
Consider
proud
my
of you,
possessed.
but it's time to come home now.
And I couldn't find my phone. Oh. But yeah, so there are probably other things that have happened. I've had like a lot of people tell me a lot of stuff. So I'm quite an open person. I'll sit and chat with people, and you know, I'm always like the first person to go, well, have you ever experienced anything like ghosts or anything, and like, what's your opinion? Because I like to see, what they'll say. Grant, alright, Ducky, off to bed. 11:16 p.m. and have college tomorrow. Have a good stream. Thank you for the real ghost encounters. I hope you get a good night's sleep, Grant. You know the stories about the shadows standing in front of the bed and stuff. It's a thing called sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. See, that's the thing. When I saw something at the end of my bed, I was actually fully awake. I have had like sleep paralysis where the one where you're in shock and you like wake up and then you wake up again and you wake up again and you wake up again in shock and you can't move. I've had that. But the woman at the end of my bed, it was purely I was lying there and I was just staring at the ceiling, and I just happened to like my view just happened to like come look down at my feet, and then it was just there standing looking at me. And yeah, I was literally like Roadrunner for that. Like, I think I even had my eyes closed when I went running for the light switch. I've also been told yeah, I've had that loads of times, Zach. I wouldn't say I've had it a little bit in this house. Had it a lot before I cleansed the one at my mum's house. That was horrible. That's where the person at the end of my bed was. But the first house I lived in used to get that all the time. Used to get someone walking into the room feeling. That was horrible. And like, I had a cat and she'd be sitting with me and she would like literally look at she'd kind of like, when you get that feeling, she would look directly at the door as well. It was really creepy. Really creepy. So the other day I was standing at I had to ignore it because it was horrible, but I was standing washing up and I got what felt like someone put a hand on my shoulder, and I kind of looked and kind of like when someone puts their arm on your shoulder and you kind of want to get it off. I kind of like moved it away, but I was like so freaked out. Scary face. I'm not sure what's more scary, the scary face or Jason's pajamas.
What in the fuck is happening?
I don't know. If you don't know, I don't know. For example, I have no fucking clue where I'm going. Ow. Hi, Leon. Thank you for coming. Fuck off with your weird sounding music. Under the bed. Under the bed. This ain't ghost related or anything, but once my dad was just watching TV and his dog was at the end of his bed, and basically he saw the dog. Okay, the dog had no tail and there was a snake in his room. Creepy. Maybe they let it go for a walk and it went too far. Can I open this without it going everywhere? I've managed to lose my drink, guys. I have no freaking clue where it's gone. Yeah. I'd have thrown everything in the room at it. A friendly snake, what did it do? Hand its tail out and go, how do you do? I'm a snake and I'm friendly. Or did it go, hiss, be my friends? Leon. Are you still there? Well, I'm gonna go to sleep before I get super spooked. All these stories. Okay, have a lovely night, Sean. And happy Halloween. Wahahaha. Here's something I was gonna do. Frank, you in here yet? Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Someone die? No. Oh no, it's not in here yet. I'm loving it. Anyone think of any Halloween songs? Zach, he knows how I'm doing. He a couple of days ago tried to come into the stream and start causing shit. He might act all innocent and shit, but he is a fucking I'm not even gonna get started, but yeah. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 I love the song What Is This? From that. It's alright, it's not your fault, Zach. He's just someone that is deeply in my past now. I don't want anything to do with. I know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's like, oh, it's like Jaws. I'm sure that's like a torch, not lightning. I keep seeing out that window. Here's a funny story. One night, it was like really late, and I have a habit of locking the door, and I was at my mum's, and we lived with her and her husband at the time, and I hear this enormous bang, and like there's no way to get in the garden or anything, and I hit the garden, right, and I'm like slowly like going towards the this back door, right, and just hear banging, and I like pull the curtain back, and it's my mum's husband, and I open the door. He's absolutely drunk as a skunk, and he had climbed over the fence, and I mean the fence has to be like what, 9 foot. And he didn't land on his feet, he landed on his face, I think. Anyway, that was quite scary. Had nothing to do with ghosts or monsters or anything. What's everyone's favourite scary film? I really like It. The original one.
Oh.
What's that? Ducky is in the cupboard. Again. Swords escaped. Let's go. Oh shit. Hey, ah! Not boobs! I should have stayed in my cupboard. And walking on sunshine. Whoa! I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa! What have them two been up to? Boogie Boogie Wonderland. Dance. Dance. I'm liking these two. Sing it, shake it, move it, make it. Look at her grooving out. These guys are having a campfire. You're the only two left. He's gonna come for you. In the cupboard. Lady is coming. It's coming. Oh. Go on, fight. No. Oh. She didn't make it. So we're now left with this woman, the bony lady. Hello Slayer, how you doing? Happy Halloween. Welcome. This woman can't walk without tripping over. No, I died like a couple of deaths ago. 2 deaths ago. We're just waiting for her to either die or escape. Uh-oh. Run, Forest! Oh shit, it's there! It's there! Is that him there? On the right hand side. He's coming! Is that him there? Am I seeing things? No, I'm seeing things. Hide! Crouch! Be one with your scenery. Yes, stand there. Stand where everyone can see you. And she's having a disco. You know what? If he finds you and kills you, it's your own fault. Walking on sunshine. Whoa. I swear, whoever's playing Michael Myers, God help his game. Swing it, shake it, move it, make it. Show me how good you are. Test it, prove it, move it, move it. Oh. She's dancing in time with the music. Oh, here he comes. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, you were going to make it as well. He's got 40 seconds to get here. Did he just throw something at her? Did he just disappear? Go back. Where are you going? You only got 30 seconds. Crazy lady. Run back. Oh God. Get out the window. Run around the furniture. Yeah. Hide in the toilet. Oh my God. I don't know. I've never seen him dance.
Mommy has a reward for you.
His mum
Come home.
looks a lot like Rod Stewart. I wonder who the poor head is at the bottom. Let's open my chat. Oh, what's this? Do 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 do. Alright. I am going to end it here, guys. Right. I'm gonna try something in a minute, if I can, because there was a few projects that I wanted to have done for today, but sadly I couldn't I couldn't complete them because most of you know that I've been ill for like the past month and a little bit, and I've only really become better in the last week or so, and so I've kind of fallen behind in all my recording. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can put together some of my old recordings, well, not recordings, but edits, and see if I can put them up while I stream, and see just I guess watch and discuss. Some of them are slightly Halloweenish as well, so hopefully you enjoy. So I'll be back in a little bit. Hopefully it works. If it don't, oh well. Right. Remember to like, share and subscribe, guys, and I will catch you later, or in a minute if it works. Happy Halloween! Ha!